how you need to be. Respect is his golden rule. Organized to be the best in school. Sycamore teachers teach the kids new things. Learning doesn't stop until the last bell rings, rings, rings. Super Sycamore comes out at night, stamping super work that students do right. If you want Super Sycamore to notice you, don't be discouraged when something is hard to do. Work hard and be excited. Show respect and organize until the top. You will rise.
Episode 64, The Pie Thief Mystery. As the days grow closer and closer to the Thanksgiving holiday, our Sycamore Creek hero, Super Sycamore, loves doing all sorts of Thanksgiving-ish. He loves doing Thanksgiving-related kinds of things. I mean, who doesn't love going into a preschool room and making a hand turkey? And then showing off scissor skills by cutting it out.
Clap along if you feel like
And then hanging it up with the other festive autumn decorations. Looking good.
Clap along if you feel like that's what you want to do.
And who doesn't love finding a nice, cozy place to sit down and read your favorite Thanksgiving Day book? Good luck getting out of there, Super Sycamore. But for Super Sycamore, one of the most favorite things about Thanksgiving is all in the name of this holiday. He loves to give thanks for so many of the things that he's grateful for. Like hard work sandwiches. You know, I've heard those go well with carrots. What else are you thankful for, Super Sycamore?
You know what happiness is to you.
Tiny humans at SCE. I'm pretty sure those are called students. He doesn't have to write it on the board for us to know that he's also grateful for super work that he gets to stamp. What's next on his list of things that he gives thanks for? How about our stupendously amazing PTO?
Clap along if you feel like that's what you want to do. Clap along if you feel like a room.
I'm thankful for some beautiful cursive, and he's thankful for tasty lunch food provided by Miss Londa and Miss Ann, our wonderful, hard-working cooks in the cafeteria.
Clap along if you feel like
The third grade pod is looking space-tastic today.
bring me down. Can't none bring me down. Your love is too.
You know what else Super Sycamore is thankful for? He stops by Mrs. Mosley's room to share.
Clap along if you feel like a room without.
Heroes, thankful I am. Yes.
You feel like happiness is the truth.
He stops by Miss Westwood's Math Plus room to do some stamping. The super work hanging up is Evan's fractal triangles, which are both math and art. As he zips down the hallway, Super Sycamore can't help but be blown away by the gigantic new mural on display in the media center windows.
If you feel like that's what you want to do.
After giving so much thanks, he's worked up an appetite. so he stops by the hero hideaway to make himself a treat. He gathers a few ingredients, mixes them together, puts them in the microwave, sets the time, and waits. Out of the microwave comes the most delectable pumpkin pie that you have ever seen. He sets the pie down to cool for a moment, and he pours himself a cup of coffee. But when he turns around to get his pie, it's missing. He desperately checks everywhere it may have wandered off to, but to no success. His pie has disappeared. Not wanting to blame someone before having all of the facts, Super Sycamore goes to the office to check the cameras. As he watches closely, he realizes that there are 5 teachers and Super Sinister who were in the building at the time of the pumpkin pie disappearance. He hangs their pictures up until he can eliminate them as suspects. Mr. Davis, Mr. Bianco, Super Sinister, Mrs. Mosley, Mr. Strasbaugh, and Miss Curl. On his way to ask them if they've seen the pumpkin pie, he notices a letter sticking out of his mailbox. There's a letter inside the envelope. Dear Super Sycamore, if you want to find the stolen pie, you will have to figure out these clues. Here is your first one. Good luck. P.S. The second clue is in Miss Andrews' room. Inside the envelope is a bunch of colored squares with letters on each square. With the letters dumped out, he begins to sort them into colors. Then he rearranges the letters within the colors to try to find a word. Eventually, he has a sentence that leads him one step closer to his pie. The thief wears reading glasses. He goes back to his wall of suspects to see if it eliminates any of them, and it does. Neither Super Sinister nor Miss Curl have reading glasses, so they're off the hook. Next, he heads over to Mrs. Andrews' room for the next clue, which he eventually finds by the board. He dumps the slips of paper onto the rug and begins to sort them by picture. He sees that some of the pictures have letters and some don't. He takes the pictures up to the board to see if the similar shapes on the board could help. They do. Each picture matches to a letter, and they all spell out another clue.
Filthy as charged, you're a sweet talker.
Letter by letter, the clue becomes clear. The thief is a man.
Never come down. You can't take me anywhere.
The next hint is written nearby. Go to Mrs. Schneider's room for clue number 3. Knowing that the thief is a man eliminates Mrs. Mosley as a suspect. When Super Sycamore walks into Mrs. Schneider's room for the third clue, he notices some colored papers out of place. Could they be the clue? He lines them up at the front of the room. The like doesn't the Steelers thief. I don't think that's a sentence. He doesn't either, so he rearranges the words and tries again.
With him, I won't take it lying down. I got a few lawyers, and you're guilty. Guilty as charged, guilty as charged. We could be
Yeah, that makes so much more sense. The thief doesn't like the Steelers. He heads back to the suspect wall. Mr. Miyako loves the Steelers, so he's not the thief. But which picture is his? He figures it out and crosses it off.
going insane and I don't care.
When Super Sycamore was solving the last clue, a hint on the side of the board said, "Go to Mrs. Fry's room." So he heads there for the fourth clue.
She do without me.
With only 2 teachers left, Mr. Davis and Mr. Strasbaugh, he's close to figuring out the thief. But first he has to figure out how to get into the treasure chest. Feeling discouraged, he sits down in frustration. A tub of keys. Could those be the answer? The keys have math problems, and the lock has a 13. It might open if he finds a match. 9 minus 1, that's not 13. 5 minus 4 equals 1. 11 minus 4 isn't 13. You can't do 1 minus 11. There you go, 11 minus 1, not 13. 17 minus 3? 14, close. What does 10 minus 4 equal? Right, 6. 18 minus 5. Wait a minute, we have a winner. That equals 13. He puts the key in the lock, and it opens to reveal the final clue. The thief runs hero hype. Mr. Strasbaugh has the mic, so Mr. Davis is cleared. Super Sycamore can't understand why Mr. Strasbaugh would do that. You think you know someone, and then he goes and steals someone else's pumpkin pie. Figuring out that Mr. Strasbaugh is the thief, Super Sycamore goes to confront him. Hopefully he hasn't eaten it all yet. He springs through the door and is caught napping. Wait, what? Super Sycamore, wake up! Hey, wake up! He is a sound sleeper. I've got something in this drawer that should help get him up. Yep, here it is. I'm sorry, did I wake you? So it turns out Mr. Strasbaugh is innocent. He wasn't a pie thief after all. In fact, nobody was. Super Sycamore must have fallen asleep from all of the Thanksgiving preparation he was doing. The pie was right where he left it. He should have known that a teacher would never steal a pie. Thankful for being a part of SCE, Super Sycamore goes into the media center where the teachers are having a staff meeting so he can share his pie. But when he walks in, the teachers yell surprise to him. They've thrown a Thanksgiving feast for their favorite hero.
Unless you do it.